This is my Chunkman account. With a mere chunk in his possession and a dream in his heart, he began his quest to conquer the vast expanse of old-school RuneScape's landmass. He started his journey from humble beginnings in Lumbridge, but with an arsenal of custom tasks, he has faced and overcome countless challenges. His journey has taken him through the trials of total level grinding, epic quests, mysterious clues, and perilous encounters with fearsome bosses, all in order to unlock new chunks of land. Now halfway through the journey, the road ahead may be paved with even greater challenges, but with each obstacle overcome, he moves closer to his goal. So welcome to the second half of Chunkman DDK. Last episode we completed our final two quests of the questing spree, being Monkey Madness 1 and the Monkey Ambassador part of A Recipe for Disaster. Those two quests also mean we unlocked two new chunks, which were part of the Western Veldup Hills and a small piece of land near the tombs of a mascot. With the completion of the RFD portion for King Owoge, I think we actually managed to do it. We are through all of the quests we were now able to do after unlocking a lot of good chunks. The next plan of the next chunk is something I wanted to do before we started the entire quest streak, and that is I want to complete a 150 raid level. But as we were doing the level 100 raid of Tombs of a Mascot, I noticed that our gear together with our stats aren't actually doing what we need it to do. I don't think we will be able to actually finish an entire run. So what I am going to do is go and get some more stats and some more gear to actually help with that. One thing we already got were the adamant gloves we got from the RFD portion, so that's already a minor upgrade, but an upgrade nonetheless. There are a couple others, but in general, I'll start with the stats. We are currently 1828 total, so I'm going to go to the next total level milestone, which is going to be 1850, which is 22 levels. In those levels, I want to get as many as we can in our melee stats and in our magic stats, because magic at the end, at the Warden phase, was actually really lacking, so I really want to get some levels here. We could just go to some crabs and just get these over time, but I want to do them a little more active, so I'm actually going to do some Slayer. We are 85, and the next actual unlock for us within our area would be Cerberus, which is 92. So we're definitely not going to reach that, but it would be nice to get some experience in for the next grind we are going to have to do. I am, however, going to do all of the bosses I can. So in this case, I'm probably going to do like 10 to 25 Grotesque Guardians each time, as we still need to get 150 more to get to the next task completion there. And then the same thing for all Jad tasks. I am going to try them, and hopefully with our better gear and our very high range level now, we will actually be able to get our second fire cape. This is probably going to take quite a while to get all of the levels, but after all of the questing, some slower content will also be very nice to do. I'm here at the Abyssal Demons because that was still our last task. And I'm not going to do any Abyssal Sire because that would just take too long and we wouldn't actually be able to get many kills. And that's also one of the reasons I want to improve our melee skills. But what I just remembered is that we can actually have an upgrade for our Slayer specifically, and that's the Slayer helmet. We can go and get a black mask because we unlocked Mostly Harmless, the entire island, with one of the quests we did. So I'm going to finish our trip over here. And, okay, get a heart clue first. Wilderness, we can actually do it. Maybe I'll try it. Then let's get the black mask first, and then let's return here to finish the task, because with the black mask this is just going to be much faster. Very nice to have this chunk now finally unlocked. That's now already one extra step we can do on our heart clue, so we don't have to drop it. We're only at our second step though. And we can do this as well, so we might actually get another casket if we're a little lucky, as we have unlocked a ton of steps. or we won't be able to complete it. We need the Barrows chunk. So sadly, we will have to drop it after 3 steps. But with all the Slayer we are going to do, we probably will have a couple of chests we will be able to open. So for now, let's drop this one and let's get a new one. But first of all, let's get that black mask. Oh my god, that was fast. This is only our first trip. We've killed 16 cave horrors. And we already got the black mask. Okay. I'm definitely not complaining with that. Now, the black mask will already do a lot for us. But to actually get its full power, I really want to have the Slayer helmet. And that's why we have all of these items with us. This is going to clear up a lot of inventory spaces from our bank as well. So I'm really happy about that. But first of all, we need to actually buy the possibility to make one. So we have 2,300 points. We have more than enough. Malevolent Masquerade. Learn to combine the Protective Slayer headgear and Slayer gem into one universal helmet. Unlock it. And then we just use it on each other, right? There we go. We have a Slayer helmet on the account. This is going to give us extra damage and accuracy against all of the Slayer monsters we are on task for. So this Dragon Metal Helm is pretty much obsolete if we do anything Slayer related. We should also imbue it in Nightmare Zone, but as long as we don't have a task where we are going to use ranged or magic, I'm just going to hold off on that a little bit. As this didn't take long, let's go back to the Slayer Tower and use it on our demonic friends. And there we have already our first task we would do with ranged. But I'm actually wanting to do this with mage instead, because we need the levels more in mage than in range anyway. So we will have to go to Nightmare Zone and get our black mask imbued. I'm not really sure how many points we need and how we will set this up to get as many points as we can. But it's training for our melee stats anyway if we are going to do it. So it's not a waste of time. I'll have to wait until my minigame teleport is down, but let's look at some guides at how to do this and then let's go to Nightmare Zone. Alright, I've put money in the coffer. I asked Dominic Onion to give me a dream, but I didn't get the option to select bosses, so I'm not really sure. Ah, here we go. There's some things we will have to turn off, like Elvarg. I'll also put off the Dagnant Mother because that's just annoying. And Glod as well because he drains prayer. Let's turn off that because he pushes you around. Tanglefoot because we don't have Secutors. And then Jungle Demon because it does magic damage. And I just want to pray melee instead. So I think this is it. And we need 1.25 million points from here. Plus 800k if we want to imbue our Self Amulet. So I'm not really sure how many points we will get with these limited bosses. But let's just try. And there's the defense level. That's one of many. I'm definitely going to 85 first and then probably go for 90 attack. Oh, and there's a hit point level. Level 93. Second level of the grind. We are currently at 577k points, so we're not even halfway. So I think we might actually get another defense level. And there we have 83 defense. We are currently at 900k points. We're almost out of supplies and we're going to hit the 6-hour limit. And I don't think we will get another defense level in the 350k points we still need. And there we go. The last session, 669k points. We are now at a total of 1,600,000, which is enough for our Slayer Helm. And I'm gonna stop here because this is just a little bit too much AFKing for me. I'll maybe return a bit later if we really need our Self Amulet imbued as well. But for now, let's pick up the Slayer Helmet from the bank. Let's imbue it for 1.25 million points. And there we go, an imbued Slayer Helmet, which will definitely help with our Necrial task. Okay, now this is a unique moment. I'm still here with the Necreals, and I've gotten one hard clue with a step in the fishing guild, which we can do because we do have the chunk and all of the required items, I think so. But if we look at the other clue we have, it's exactly the same one. So let's see if we have a rune warhammer or if we can buy it somewhere. And then let's make the stash unit and try to complete the clue. And the clue paid off. This should be the casket. Yes, there it is. And we're actually not done. We still have the other clue left. So let's see if we can get 2 caskets to open or if we are just going to open the one here. And another 6-stepper. But we do get another casket, which is 2 caskets on 2 clues, which is actually extremely lucky with the amount of chunks we have. Very happy to have 2 caskets. Let's get the other one out of the bank and let's open them immediately, as there are a couple of things in there that could be of use for us. If we look to the hard treasure trails, we currently have 10 hard clues completed, so adding 2 will jump up the numbers quite a bit. We need 25 to actually get to the next chunk, so maybe we might actually get that. But from what we want from these caskets, the Robin Hood hat would be an amazing upgrade for our headgear. And then pretty much all the God D'hide items. And I think that's it from the useful items. I'm not really sure if the enchanted things are better than our mystic we have. Primarily the ranged items that would be extremely good to get. But let's see. 2 caskets to open. We get the first casket. Nothing special. And the second casket is going to be also nothing special. So no luck just yet. Let's continue with our Slayer task. And while we're killing the Necryarch, that's our first magic level, level 77. And what do we get? Another hard clue. Okay, let's see if we can do it. BJR is the Fisher realm, so we don't have that yet, so we will have to drop it. Oh boy, we're only 2 tasks in and we already get a Jad task. I am going to do it. I just don't know if we will get it because, yeah, the last 2 times didn't go all that well, but let's see if we can actually get another cape. Alright, we've made it here all to the end. We only had half a brew and no other food that we actually used. So our supplies are looking amazing. Now we need to kill Jad, of course, so that might actually be a bit of an issue, but we'll see. Let's already brew up so we're a little overhealed. Drink a super restore. And then drink a ranging potion because here comes Jad. And we did it! Our second fire cape after all that time. We have tried a couple of times and we finally get another one. Oh my god, I'm really happy with this. And we still had a lot of supplies left, so I think with this gear, definitely with all of the upgrades we've gotten, together with the Slayer helmet, this should not pose any problems anymore if we actually do this on a Slayer task. Your stock Jad kill count is 2, we need 3 more to complete another task for a chunk, so we might actually get this from this grind of getting our total level up. Another defense level, level 84, and 110 combat. Another magic level, level 78. Oh, we actually get a casket! And some death runes, and I'm going to take this because we are really running low. But another casket completed. Back to safety. Let's open the caskets, let's see what's in there. Enchanted hat and the Black Cavalier. Enchanted hat might be interesting. Oh wait, there's 3 uniques in here. What the hell? Enchanted hat, Black Cavalier, Rune Shield, H4. Ooh, the Rune Shield is actually really good because we need that for clues. Ooh. And then I'll just have a check if this enchanted hat is better than our headgear that we currently use for mage. So if we take the mystic hat dark we normally use and then compare it to the enchanted hat, it's actually the exact same item. So nothing really changes with getting this item, sadly enough. Collection log items nonetheless though, and one more heart clue completed, so we are now at 13, 12 more to go to complete another task. We are currently 1834 total levels, so we need 16 more, so this is going to take another while. We are close to a couple of levels, but we're like not even halfway through the Slayer level, so let's just see how many levels we can get while just doing some normal Slayer. And there's another magic level, level 79. We can now cast Entangle, which will actually be very useful if we go back to Scorpia. So Entangle holds for 15 seconds, which is better than the 10 seconds we have with Snare. So it might actually be useful to go back to Scorpia in the short term to try this out and maybe get to the 50 kill count. 80 magic. 76 prayer. And here we go again. This should be cape number 3, but let's see if the last time wasn't a fluke. Definitely not a fluke. Even got a combat achievement with it, bringing us up to 66 combat tasks completed. And it was actually an easy one to do. You just need to make sure you keep your distance from the melee minion so it doesn't heal itself. Also, with the nice XP drop at the end, we got 86 Slayer, so that's coming along nicely. 85 defense, let's get back to strength. Oh, right. The whip doesn't really have a strength option. I guess we're going to go back to attack then. We'll have to see to get another training weapon to actually get some strength XP, but that's problems for later. Oh, there's another Jad. Let's see if we can get our 4th cape. And there we have it. Cape number 4. And we actually got another combat achievement. We did not get hit by any bats, so you didn't say anything about a bat. We are now at 4 kill count, which means that if we get one more, we get another task completed, which means another chunk to pick. So that actually might realistically happen. And with that extra combat task completed, we are now at 67, so 3 more. I doubt this is going to happen. Definitely at Jad, because we pretty much got the easy ones done now. But another Jad down. I'm really happy with this. And now let's continue. We still have 11 levels left, although we are close to a couple of them now. 81 magic. Kind of missed the level, but we have an attack level as well. Level 86. Well, the Caterpie chunk, or the other part of the Caterpie chunk, is already paying off. We have gotten an extra medium clue and another stash unit that is now filled. So let's bang that one. If we get 24 more while we go for the total levels, we will have another task completed, but for now that's just one casket. And there we have 97 arranged, only 2 left, and that's our first 99. That's finally our second whip. Let's see our KC. Abyssal Demon, 2153 for our second Abyssal Whip. So we're still quite dry on these, but that's a nice addition. And there's 94 hit points, together with 111 combat. This will definitely help having 1 extra hit point. And we're now 7 levels away from our goal. Oh, there's another one. Abyssal Whip in the same task as previous one actually. So not that many added to our log. We are at 2262, so the luck is evening out. Our third Abyssal Whip. Oh, there we have another casket, a hard casket this time. It's been a little while since we had our last casket. This is number 14. So that's a really nice passive to get, and we are also going to open it immediately because there's just too many upgrades that we can get from these. So let's see, what are we going to get? Oh, D-hide boots. Saradomin D-hide boots. That's actually huge. That's really big. We are still rocking frog leather boots and we have now Saradomin D-hide boots. Oh, this is actually an amazing upgrade. I'm not really sure if we would be using these when doing the TOA run. It's either these ones or the dragon boots. So actually really nice to get these. This is a massive upgrade for our ranged gear. Really happy I opened this immediately. Another magic level 82 now. That will help us with the accuracy of our spells, so we actually have more chance at dealing damage at one of the warden's phases where we need magic. 87 attack. And not much later we have 87 Slayer, which now means we can kill Cave Kraken if we actually get to the chunk though. That would be an amazing magic upgrade, but it's quite far. If we look at what we currently have, the fastest way would be 3 chunks. So either one of these and then the fairy ring to actually get there, and the Kraken Cove itself. So pretty far away, but let's hope we can get it pretty soon, that we can get a very much needed magic upgrade. Oh, this is what we were waiting for. We can get another Jad task, which means our 5th cape and our 5th kill. And that means that we will have another task completed. So yes, we want to kill Jad one more time. And there we go. Oh, we actually get another combat task, which I didn't know about. The Fight Caves Master for completing Jad for the 5th time. Already up to 68 combat tasks now, so only 2 left before we can pick another chunk that way. But because we have killed Jad for the 5th time, that means we have completed another boss task. So let's first of all go back to our spreadsheet, check which chunk we are going to get, and then see if we will go back to the total level hunting or if we will get something else to do. Before we actually complete our task, Desert Treasure 2 has now been released, so that's an extra quest we can add to our list. So I have added it over here. With Desert Treasure 2 we got 4 new bosses, so that means we get 4 boss tasks per boss. So that's 16 tasks added, 4 for the Whisperer, so starting at 1 KC, then 50, 100 and 250. Same thing for Verdorvis, Leviathan and Duxucellus. Those are the tasks that were added, but that's not all. If we look to our map, so this is the chunk map I'm using to count the chunks we have of landmass, you can see there was landmass added here. I'm not really sure what this does, but we have to unlock all the landmass for us to complete the full account. So if we open up this one, this one, this one, and so on, we get 11 more chunks we are now able to unlock. So quite a big change. And although the boss tasks are nice, the quest task is nice, this is very end game content and we need a lot of the map. So it's nice, but it's only going to be useful at the end of our account. But then back to our boss task that we completed, our 38th boss task. We have killed Stock Jad for the 5th time. The next task is 10 KC, so we will probably get that while doing some Slayer like we did the 4 KC just now. But for now, this was 5 KC completed. And then we will see one quest added, 16 boss tasks added from 216 to 232, and then 11 total chunks added as well. So we go from 536 to 547, and of those chunks we have now unlocked 293. And then back to our current map, and like you can see, there is actually a new row added of chunks. I'm not really sure why, but they actually finished off this island as well. So this is another chunk we will be able to unlock. So I will fix that on the spreadsheet. So we have 548 chunks to unlock now. A bit unexpected that they added some room over here. I'll just unlock all of this water, as this is pretty much useless to roll. There we go. I just made sure that we are not getting too close to this island, that we don't actually roll it or have an option to roll it. But okay, last chunk we unlocked was this very smidgen of land in the desert, leaving us with 2 more at the pyramid of TOA, but not that interesting of a chunk. Let's then see which chunk we are going to get. And as we are working towards a 150 TOA, there are actually a couple of chunks that would be helpful. We currently need either melee upgrades or magic upgrades. We do now have the level to go to the Kraken Cove, although it's 3 chunks away, so I'm not really hoping for that. But the next best thing for a magic weapon would be to unlock this part under the Fishing Guild, which has been unlockable for so long. But this would make it that we can do all of the quests leading up to the underground pass. And that would mean we would be able to get the Iban Staff, which would be an upgrade probably from the spell we are currently doing. So that's one chunk that would be amazing to get. Then for the rest, probably the Barrows chunk would be then second best, because that would unlock better tank legs and maybe even a better tank helm than the Dragon Med we currently are using. So we're pretty much hoping for the chunk below the Fishing Guild and the Barrows chunk, but it's still up to the chunk picker, of course. We only have a 2 in 84 chance to actually get one of these two, so I'm not betting on it, but let's see, you never know. Let's pick a chunk. Ooh. We get another part of the Tree Gnome Stronghold. We get another tree patch, which is over here. There is also quite a few steps here. I think there's at least a medium and an easy step. Like Ermin here is the easy step if I am correct. And then there's, in the agility training arena, there's a stash unit, and I think that's for medium. There's also a fruit tree patch. So that's the 3rd now we have unlocked, or is it even 4th now? I'm not really sure. And we do have the 3 now that we can actually use from the Grand Exchange to here, instead of having to either use the balloon system or the glider system to get to the Grand Tree. So some quality of life. For the rest, I don't think we'll be able to get to Neve for Slayer tasks, but we are using Duradil anyway. I'm also not really sure if we can use the teleport here now on the Slayer ring, if that teleports us into the next chunk or in this one. And I'm also not really sure if this unlocks anything for us to do actually. I'm not really sure if there is any quest that requires this chunk. I just checked my notes and it doesn't say we actually need the chunk for anything new. So I guess it's just some quality of life, that chunk. A better way to actually get here with the spirit tree, some clue steps. It does say we can get here with the Slayer ring as well, and then the 2 patches. So let's already unlock it. But for the rest, it doesn't seem like there's much here for us to do. So we'll continue on the path to get a 150 raid level TOA. And for that we need 4 more levels. or we don't really need them, but it would be best to actually get another chunk first before we actually try. We could get a variety of levels, but what I'm actually trying to get is 1 strength level, 2 defense levels, and a magic level to get to 1850 total level. We could do a lot of others because they are all pretty close, but we really need our combat stats to be better to actually get a shot at that 150 raid level. So I guess we're going to go for our next tasks, some blood velds. I'll probably mage them, I guess, get that level, and I think we're probably going to finish off these last 3 levels in melee by going back to the Nightmare Zone, because I'm pretty much burnt out of Slayer, as we have done 2 levels and we don't really need much more Slayer levels anytime soon. So let's get the magic level and then let's go to Nightmare Zone for the rest. And there's the magic level, level 83. And there's the defense level. We don't get the actual pop-up, but that's level 86 defense, just 1 more. And there's the next level, level 87 defense. Now let's switch to the Dragon Mace I just bought from the Heroes Guild, and that way we can actually train our strength for the last level we need. Decided to do some more Slayer after we ended a trip at Nightmare Zone with only a couple of K XP left until we get 90 strength. And there we go. A very short pop-up, but that was 90 strength, 112 combat and 1850 total. And that last one is the one we were looking for. It's time to complete the total level task, go back to our map, see if we get something interesting, and otherwise we are going to Tombs of a Mascot. Before we actually complete the task, we missed 1 chunk, which was new, which had landmass with the update of Desert Treasure 2, so this number will change to 548. But our task, our 74th total level task, getting up to 1850 total, has been completed. And that now brings us up to 294 out of 548 chunks unlocked. And then back to our map. The last chunk we unlocked was the part of the Tree Gnome Stronghold with the agility training area. Let's just see which is going to be the next chunk. Let's pick a chunk. Oh, okay. Another part of the Fossil Island. One of the 4 chunks here for this little particular island. Nothing interesting actually. Okay, I said we were going to do some Tombs of a Mascot tries, but I actually want to get 1 upgrade before we do that. We are pretty much lacking in melee strength and in mage strength. For the mage strength, I don't really know what to do. I guess we are going to have to use the blood spells, that's going to be the only use, and hope that the levels we got in the magic skill are enough to actually resolve a bit of that. On the other hand, we did also get our stats up for the melee, but for this one we can actually get another upgrade. That's why we're here at Barbarian Assault. We're currently rocking the very defensive body, but there is actually a body that's better. And then offensively, I mean, if we would get a Penance Torso. As you can see, we already have collector points enough, or almost enough. While we are doing the other 3, we should get enough of collector points. So I guess we are going to go for these 3 rolls to 375 points. Let's gather a team, buy the Penance Torso, and then we're actually going to go to the Tombs of a Mascot and try that 150 level raid. And there goes the last queen. Just a little bit of bullets right into the queen, and there we go. That's the healer completed. Thanks to everybody here that came to the help. We had a run of 1657, which is quite nice. But we have enough points. Let's get the rewards. Let's get the Penance torso. 375 points in all rolls, accept. And that's of course a collection log slot. Now let's take out our granite body, which we also got from here. So we used to have this big boy on, and if we look at the difference, we do have a lot less defensive bonuses, but we have +4 melee strength, and that's pretty much why we are doing this. To actually get a lot more damage in a lot faster. And let's hope that actually makes a difference when we do some TOA. And with that, we are ready to tackle the tombs of a mascot. But that will be for the next episode. We got some nice upgrades today, gotten closer to the next hard clue milestone and the next combat achievements milestone. So all in all, I'm very happy with the progress. If you've liked the episode, there's also a button below the video you can use to show you've liked it, and might as well press that subscribe button while you're at it. Have a very nice day and see you all in the next one.